you have chosen the path of pursuing cat, right? The reason why you have chosen this, because you are not happy
Right.
with what you are doing, right? If you were very much satisfied with what you're doing, you would have never chosen an exam like cat. You would have continued with this, but you want to get out of it, you want to go up in the
Right.
corporate ladder. That is the reason why you chose. Now there will be problems, I tell you right from day one. Okay, there have been problems in my case. So in my case,
Mhm.
it is not preparing for exam. In my case, it is teaching. Okay, and taking money from people and keeping the commitment is a much more dangerous thing, because you are going to pay me, so of course I have to keep my commitment. But since you are studying this exam for yourself, you will also have to keep commitment, right? Like, uh, just due to office pressure. So say maybe for 2 3 weeks, it might happen that for 2 3 weeks in the future, your office pressure is so much that you are not able to study, or some problems occur. Okay, the thing is that you will have to keep continuing in that. That is the game, right? I mean, when everything is fine at that time, it's very easy to
Right.
continue. But when things go out of control, at continuing at that time is the actual test. Okay, so I have seen people. Okay, so they
Yes.
started when everything was very cool, and after 4 or 5 months, when everything started burning, they left. They just left because they were not able to focus. Why? Because there were surrounding problems. Of course, that will be there. That will 100% be there. Okay, but in spite of that, you will have to continue. Okay, now whether you continue with me or some other tutor, that's fine. But in between, if you leave the preparation, then I mean, all the months that you have spent in prepare reaching their position will go waste. Okay, so that is the point. Now, if you had been a college student, I would have not said this to you. Just like Ishika is a college student, she is in a fourth semester. Her job is to study. Her job is to she is doing her job only. But your job is not to study. You have a job. You have a
Mm.
family responsibility to handle, and on top of that, you have to do this. So you are doing something more than your peers. So you will have problems. Okay. So keep a mindset like that. That problems are going to come,
Right.
obstructions are going to come, things are going to happen which will force you to stop this class. Okay, but in spite of that, you will have to push through. Okay.
Mm. Okay.
So we will start with percentage. Okay, Niladri, and I am recording this session. Okay,
Right.
so I will
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
it is going to be very huge, I think around 4 GB. But I will, what I will do, I will upload it to
Okay.
this YouTube. Okay, and I will share the link with you. Okay, that is the easiest place to upload.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
you can shut down your camera.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen, Ishika and Niladri?
Yes, sir.
Niladri, can you see?
Yes, I.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So percentage. So in percentage, the whole thing is always taken as 100, right? In percentage, the whole thing, the complete thing is taken as 100. That is why percentage. Cent means 100, and per means each. Okay. Now in percentage, there are certain things. Like say for example, if value is given as x, okay, and it is given that this x, say increase x by r%. Okay, if it is given that increase x by r%, then what is the final value of x? The final value of x is x plus r% of x, right? Increasing x by r% means x is already there and I'm increasing x by r%. Now if it is given decrease x by r%, then what is the final value of x? That is x minus r% of x. Did you understand, Niladri?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now there is something called as percentage change. So what is percentage change? Percentage change is always the final value minus initial value by initial value into 100%. Okay, so percentage change is final value minus initial value by initial value into 100%. Many times initial value is called original value. Okay, so we will start with some sums. So how we are going to proceed, I'll tell you. We will first of all do some sums from Pearson. Okay, then we will do some sums from LOD2 of Arun Sharma. Okay, with you I will not be doing LOD1 because you are preparing for CAT. So with you I will be doing LOD2 of Arun Sharma, and after that we are going to do past year question papers of CAT for percentage, right? That is going to be our flow.
Okay, sir.
So I'm sending you pictures of Pearson, although I have shared all the books with you, so there you will see there is a PDF for Pearson.
Yes, I have seen.
So that is the same book that I'm going to follow. Okay, so I've sent you the picture in WhatsApp in the group. Okay, let us try out question number 2. So you see in question number 2, two numbers are 90% and 75% lesser than a third number. Okay, now by what percent should the first number be increased so that it becomes equal to the second number? So can you try this, Niladri, yourself first?
Yes, I am trying.
So Ishika, last time we did this sum with x, you remember, on the first day.
Yes, sir. I.
So let us try it with 100 this time. Let
Okay, sir.
Niladri try in his own way.
Hmm.
You see, Ishika, with 100, we could do it so easily.
Sir,
Hmm.
why did you take x here? 10 plus x
Okay.
by 100 into 10?
Yes, because the last one we cannot take 100, right? That is what has been asked. Okay, that by what percent should the first number be increased? I mean, that is the question. That by what percentage the first number should be increased so that it becomes equal to the second number. That is the question. If I take that as 100, or if I assume that as any value, then I will not reach to the correct answer.
Mm.
Say if in a question you are asked to find out what is this value, and in the beginning only you took it as 100, then
Mm.
I mean you took the question as the 100 itself, then how it will be? Okay, we took the dependent variable as 100. So Niraj, could you do that?
I was solving by x, so I was taking as
Okay.
x and then I was solving.
Your x will become your x now. Okay, so you need to forget x slowly. You need
Yes.
to forget your x slowly. Okay,
Okay.
because in
Okay. Okay.
because cat relies on your presence, not on your x. Okay, so in cat, for cat or any other exam like Ishika is preparing for math, we have to reduce the usage of x. Okay, because I am a very fond of x y z, but in cat I had to actually shift my approach to using 100, 10, all these things, because that eases our calculation.
Mhm.
Okay, to some extent. So you see, you took the third number as x, of course, right? And then you found out the first number in terms
Yes.
of
Yes. Yes. Yes.
x minus 90% of
Yes,
x,
sir.
so
Yes.
that gave you, I think, 10x by 10, like that. uh,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
9x by 10, like that. Okay, but instead of
Mm-hmm.
taking third number as x, we will take third number as 100. Okay,
Okay.
we have to take third number as
Mhm.
100. Now there are different types of sums where you have to see and decide whether it is suitable for taking 100 or suitable for taking x. There are some sums, some cat complicated sums, where if you start with 100 you will be lost. The calculation will become
Okay.
big. Those sums are made for x only. You need to take x and then you have to do, then x will get cancelled out. Okay, but this is the
Okay.
sum which I mean, and that of course will come from your practice. That cannot be specified hard coded, like when this is there you need to take 100. No, so that comes from practice. So from this sum I see that there are two numbers. Okay, one is 90% lesser than the third number, and the other one is 75% lesser than the third number. Okay, now this third number is an imaginary thing. Now the question is not about finding the third number, right? The question is that by how much percent should the first number be increased so that it becomes equal to the second number. So what I can do, I can take the third number as 100. Okay, so the first number is what? 100 minus 90% of 100, because the first number is 90% less than the third number. So 100 minus 90% of 100, which is giving me 10, right? And the
Got it,
second
sir. Yes.
number is 100 minus 75% of 100, which is giving me 25. So now see, the numbers are so small, 20 and 25. Now this one I took as x. Why? Because this is what I have been asked to find out. If I take this one as 100, the whole thing will be spoiled. So 10 plus x percent of 10, that means 10 plus x percent of 10, that is equals to 25. Okay, that has been asked. Now what is x? X is 150%.
Yes.
Okay, now try out question number 5. Okay, so you are going to copy this, Niraj? You can copy.
Yes, sir. I've done it, sir.
Okay, try out number 5. ওকে, সো এটা হয়েছে যাত্রী।
হ্যালো।
হুম
হ্যাঁ, অ্যাকচুয়ালি আমি এটাকে এরকম সলভ করছিলাম না যে 30% যেটা আছে সেটা
হুম
করে তাহলে 70% বাকি থাকছে, তো সেখান থেকে বাকি দুটো ডিভাইড হয়েছে 30 আর 25, তার মানে
হুম
55% হচ্ছে। তো 70 থেকে 55% হয়ে গেল, তার মানে রেস্ট পড়ে হলো 15%। তো ওটা ইকুয়ালি ডিভাইড করলে 5 5 5 করে হচ্ছে। তো 5% অফ একটা টাকা, একটা অ্যামাউন্ট অফ টাকা হচ্ছে ইজিক্যালস
হুম
টু 42 লাখ। সেখান থেকে আননোন অ্যামাউন্টটা বার করতে হবে।
ওকে,
আমি এরকম ভাবে করছিলাম আর কি।
হ্যাঁ আনসারটা কি এসছে বলো।
হ্যাঁ
Sir, 400 lakhs.
Yeah, right, you read it earlier also.
okay.
That's correct.
আমার কিছু ক্যালকুলেশন এরর হয়েছে, তাহলে হয়তো আসছে না।
Okay. Mm, okay, so let us try this. So you did it which process, Ishika?
Yes, sir. Can you repeat?
Yeah, in which approach did you do?
Sir, I took the man's wealth as X.
Okay. Okay, I got it.
Then,
Okay. Let me try it out with 100. Okay. So let the man's wealth be 100 lakh. Now it is true that it has been asked what is the man's wealth. Okay, and I'm taking the answer as 100 lakh, but just trying. If it doesn't come, then we will do it with X. So man's wealth is 100 lakh. Now 30% of his wealth to charity. So charity, how much? 30 lakh. Remaining is 70 lakh. 30% or 25% of the remaining wealth to his wife. So wife is 30% of this. That is 21 lakh. And son 25% of 70. Okay, which is 170 by 17.5 lakh. Okay, now what is the remaining? Remaining is, so he had 70 lakh. Out of that, 35 lakh. Okay, so this is the remaining he has, and he has divided equally between the three daughters. So each daughter gets, which is uh, 10.5 lakh each daughter. Okay, one daughter gets this. Now 10.5 lakh is equivalent to 42 lakhs. So 1 lakh is equivalent to 42 by 10.5. So therefore he had 100 lakh, so 100 lakh is equivalent to 42 divided by 10.5, so that is going to, yep, it is giving me 400 lakh, the correct answer, even though we don't do it by x. So this one involves, Ishika, much lesser calculation than your x. Can you see this?
Sir,
Hmm.
uh, so from the starting, if we take 100 as a whole,
Hmm.
then from 100, if we deduct 30, then 70 comes to charity. Then
Yes.
then to wife, it will
No,
go
no, no, no,
70
no.
minus
No, no,
30.
no. 30 lakh went to charity. Out of 100 lakh, 30 lakh went to charity. 70 lakh was remaining. Okay.
If 70 was remaining, then 40
Huh.
went to wife and 15 went to son.
No, no. 40 didn't go to wife. Wife got 30% of the remaining. So 30% of 70, 21 lakh.
70%.
And son got 25% of the remaining. That means 25% of 70. That is 17.5 lakh. Now the remaining is 70 lakh minus wife plus son. That means 21 plus 70, 17.5. That is 31.5 lakh.
Okay.
Okay. Then each
Hmm.
daughter gets 31.5 lakh divided by 3, which is 10.5 lakh. Now in the
Okay,
question
sir.
it is already given that each daughter has got 42 lakhs. So that means 10.5 lakh is equivalent to 42 lakhs. So 1
Hmm.
lakh is equivalent to 42 by 10.5 and 100 lakh is equivalent to 42 by 10.5 into 100. Okay, which is exactly 400 lakh.
Okay, sir.
So Niladri, this sum can also be done with multiple of 10 or 100. You can take 10 lakh as well. Okay, you can take
Okay.
10 as well, you can take 1000 as well, it will give you the same answer. I took it as 100 lakh because 10 lakh was well, appearing little small. So what I did, you see, let the man's wealth be 100 lakh. So I see, you see, in the previous
Mm.
sum I said that don't take what is been asked us as 10 or 100. The reason was, in the previous sum, if you see, there were two unknowns, right? One was the third number and the other one was by how much percent the first number should be increased, right? Both of them were unknowns.
Yes.
Now if I take both of them as 100, there can be errors, so I took any one as 100. Okay, in this case
Okay.
there is only one unknown, that is the man's wealth, and based on the man, and everything is based on the man's wealth. So what I did, I took the man's wealth as 100 lakh. Now in charity, how much went? 30%. That means 30 lakh went to the charity. How much is remaining? 70 lakh. How much did wife give? Wife get? Wife got 30% of 70 lakh. That is 21 lakh. How much did son get? Son got 25% of remaining. That is 70 lakh. So 17.5 lakh. What was the remaining? The remaining was 70. Okay. Now see, what is the remaining? The remaining is this 70, which is this, minus
Yes.
the addition of these two, 38.5,
Mm.
which is 31.5 lakh.
Yeah, that is divided among three daughters.
Now that is divided among three people, so each daughter gets 10.5 lakh. Okay.
Okay.
Now 10.5
I
lakh
was
is,
not.
hmm,
Yes. I was actually not assuming that thing. I was doing like initially to 30% is from 30%, then 70%. I was doing in terms of percentage only.
hmm,
But the thing is that the division between the wife and the son,
hmm.
I took that as 30 at 25%. That will be 30% of 70%.
Yes,
That is
yes.
my mistake which I did.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah. So now each daughter got 10.5 lakh. So 10.5 lakh is equivalent to, now in the question it is given that each daughter gets 42 lakhs. But according to my calculation, I got 10.5 lakh. Okay. So that means what? This 10.5 lakh in my calculation is equals to 42 lakh in reality, right? That means in my sum the numbers have been adjusted in such a way such that 10.5 lakh has become 42 lakh. Can you understand what I'm saying? What is the,
Understood, understood. Yes, yes.
okay, right,
That
like
that
the
you have
assumption,
assumed him that way, but
yes,
actually that is, yeah, assumption.
exactly, the assumption that I have taken is moving in such a direction such that 42 lakh in reality is appearing 10.5 lakh in my sum. That's fine. 10.5 lakh is equal to 42 lakh in reality. So 1 lakh is equal to 42 by 10.5 in reality. Then what is 100 lakh in reality then? That is 42 by 10.5 into 100 lakh, which is 400 lakh. Right? Understood, Ishika?
Yes, I understood.
Yeah. This approach is much more softer than the X thing. Okay. So Niladri, are we good to move to the next one?
Yes, sir.
Try out 7. Okay. Yeah, try out number 7. Niladri, you see there are some encircled, only the typical sums.
Yes, sir. Yes. Number 7.
Ishika, do you have these pictures of this sum?
Yes, sir, I'm having.
Okay, good. Okay, let us try out. 40% are the passing marks. Whenever you see a sum, Niladri, try to do it with 100. These are very, very easy sums. These are actually not cat sums, I tell you. This is just the foundation thing, okay? Slowly we will move towards cat sum. This is just warming up. So 40% are passing marks. A student gets 250 marks yet fails by 38. What is the maximum marks? So even if you do this sum by x, it will be very easy. So 40% of passing marks means what? Whatever is the maximum marks. So you do it by x. Okay, you do it by x and let me try it with 100.
It's coming 720, sir, with X.
Okay, you did it by X method. Okay, 720 is the right answer. Very good. Let me do it by a 100 method. So maximum marks is
I
there.
was I was actually trying by one more method. I
Okay.
don't know whether that is suitable or not. I
Uh-huh.
was taking the entire thing as this 1000 and then I was doing, but then I thought why not take the options first and then solve
Hmm.
it, because if
Okay.
that is taking the options
Yes.
first and then
Yes. Yes. Option method is another good method.
yeah, so I was going by that first option method only,
Right. Right. Option
because
method
that
is
actually solves the uh, thing of calculation with
yes.
like 75%. With that you can just
Hmm.
multiply both and all the numbers in that way.
Right. Right. Option method is also a very good method. Okay. So in one video that I prepared, that you will see that there I use option method completely. Okay, so
Okay,
if I take
okay, sir.
maximum marks as 100, the passing marks is 40, and a student gets 250 marks and fails by 38 marks. So that means uh, fails by 38 marks. So that means the actual passing marks. Okay, so the actual passing marks is 250 plus 38, which is 288. Okay, that is the actual passing marks. But according to my sum, the passing marks is 40. Okay, but in reality, a student got 250 and fails by 38 marks. So that means the actual passing marks is 280. So if 40 is equivalent to 288, then 1 is equivalent to 288 by 40, and 100 will be equivalent to 288 by 40 into 100, which is nothing but 4 sevens are 4 twos, so that is 720. See, Ishika, without taking x again. So it's good that you were actually getting two versions of the same sum, Ishika. On the first day, I think you did it with x method.
Yes, we did it from X only.
Yeah. So here you say I'm taking the maximum marks as 100. Again, my assumption is absurd. Okay, I'm just taking it as 100. What is the passing marks? 40%. That means 40. So what is the actual passing marks? You see it is given. Then a student gets 250 and yet fails by 38 marks. So what is the actual passing marks? 250 plus 38, that is 288. Okay. Now according to my sum, so according to my sum, 40 is the passing mark. So 40 is equals to 288. That means 1 is equivalent to 288 by 40, and 100 is equivalent to 288 by 40 into 100. So that is giving me 720.
Sir, can you explain that last? Why did you do into 100, 288 by
This one?
40 into 100?
Okay. Okay. So here you see, according to my assumption, I took maximum marks as 100, right? Now, according to my
Hmm.
assumption, I got passing marks as 40. But what is the actual passing marks? That is given in the question. It is 288,
288.
right? So that means 40 in
Hmm.
my sum is equivalent to 288 in reality. 1 in my sum is equivalent to 288 by 40 in reality. And 100 in my sum, 100 is the maximum marks. That is what I have to find out, right? 100 is according to my assumption, but I need to find out what is it in reality. So 100 in my sum is equal to 288 by 40 into 100 in reality, which is 720. Did you understand or not?
Yes, sir.
Now instead of 100, you can actually take any number. You take 100, you take 190, you take 50, 60, whatever. Accordingly, your passing marks will come. But when we will do this adjustment, at that time we will get the correct answer. Now I will do the process in which Niladri did. Okay, so Niladri did with option method. So this is another method. So Niladri did using options. So what he did, he picked up 780. But there is a thing, Niladri. 720 is the right answer, and that is option number 1.
Yes,
Okay, that is
yes.
why you had an advantage there. What
Mhm.
if 720 had been option D? You would have to do for all the four options, right?
Actually, like what
Mm-hmm.
I would have done is that if that is coming something nearby to that,
Mm-hmm.
around 7, because if you carefully see the options here, it is like 840. So if something is coming around 720, if it is very nearby, then I will go for 720 and not go for the last option like that,
Okay, okay, okay.
like that. So that can be done. But anyway, that is more lengthy, I guess. Your
Hmm.
method will be a bit shortcut.
Yes. See, X method and this 100 method, it is a unidirectional method. That means it is going to take you to the right answer if you have not done any calculation mistake. But option method and all, remember, if you're doing option method, that means you have to use all the options. Okay. So I'll tell you that in which cases option method is used. Option method should be used for those type of sums where you have something like this. This is just an example. The answer will always be an integer. Sorry, not the answer, the data. Okay, the unknown data will always be an integer. In those type of cases you can use option. For example, I'll give you an example. Say there is a denomination sum. So denomination sum means what? Number of 1 rupee coin, number of 50 paise coin, number of 25 paise coins, like this, right? Now number of coins is always an integer, yes or no?
Yes.
Number of
Yes.
coins is never a floating digit. It is never 2.5, 3.5, like it is never like that. Now you are asked in the question that what is the number of 25 paise coins, for example. Now based on the question you have made an equation and you need to now calculate the number of 25 paise coins. But if you solve the equation it will be big. So what you do, you go for option. You pick up option number 1 and you put it and see whether you get an integer or not. Okay, if you get an integer, that might give you the correct answer, but if it gives you a non-integer, that means it is not the right answer. Okay, so how to use option method, I have again in the previous video, the allegation mixture sum, check that video. There I have exactly done this thing. Okay, what I'm teaching you now. So that is the reason of making those videos. Okay, why specifically I've chosen that sum? Because that will contain a shortcut to break a percentage as well as option method. Okay, so method 2, option method. Okay, so in option method, let me choose the first option. Okay, check this one also, Ishika. But for this particular sum, this is the best option, I will tell you, doing it with 100. But with option method, let us do it. What is the maximum marks? So let me take option 1. So what is option 1? Option 1 is 720. Okay, that means what, maximum marks is 720. If maximum marks is 720, what is the passing marks? Passing passing marks is 40% of 720. Yes or no? What you're going to get? 288. And now see, in the second line it is written that a student gets 250 and fails by 38 marks. So from here, what is the passing marks? 280, 288. So both of these matches, right? Both of these match, yes or no? That means option A is the right answer. Did you understand, Ishika?
Yes, sir.
Hmm. So this is another method of doing the same sum. So you have 3 methods now at your disposal. Okay, try out number 8. The key.
So 45 years. Hello.
Yeah, one second. One second. Yes, let me check. That's correct. Okay. Ishika, you have already done this sum earlier. So,
Yes, sir, I
yeah.
did.
So moving on to the next one, I'm sending pictures for the next one. Okay. Try out number 17. Using 17, P is 20% more than Q and 40% less than R. If the value of Q is, it's very straightforward. Okay. So if the value of Q is 150, so it's already given the value of Q. Then what is the value of R? So it is quite easy. You can just directly do it. Done. This is quite easy, straightforward. Are you facing any trouble?
So at first I took this 30, 30% of what 150. So that is coming 180. So and then that is equal to uh, the 40% of the thing. So it's coming like that.
Hi, hello Supratim.
হ্যাঁ স্যার
হ্যাঁ, স্ক্রিনটা শেয়ার করছি। আচ্ছা 2022 এর পেপার 6টা ওপেন রেখো, আছে ওপেন? কারণ আমি দুটো স্ক্রিন শেয়ার করছি তো এই জন্য মানে পেনটা অফ। তুমি তার মধ্যে 78টা করো, কারণ আগের দিনকে আমরা সার্কেলের অঙ্কটা করেছিলাম 76 এরটা, ঠিক আছে? 76ই বোধহয় ছিল
হুম,
এটা।
এই অঙ্কটা তো হয়নি।
এই 76টা আগের দিন হলো না? করলাম তো।
না না না, হয়নি।
কি বলছো? এটা আগের দিনকে করলাম না, x প্লাস টু ওয়াই
দাঁড়ান
এর
দাঁড়ান
আনসার।
দেখছি।
হ্যাঁ, এটা আমি আমি ফেসবুকে পর্যন্ত দিয়েছি ছবিটা, মনে করে দেখো, তুমি লাভ রিয়াক্ট দিয়েছো।
ও আচ্ছা আচ্ছা, বুঝেছি কোনটা বলছেন।
হ্যাঁ।
দাঁড়ান। 59, স্যার 59 করিয়েছিলেন, ওটা
স্যার
ছিল।
76 এটা করিয়েছি আগের দিন,
খাতায়
ভালো করে দেখো।
59টাই থিওরেম গুলো করিয়েছেন, আর
হ্যাঁ,
এটা
তারপরে
ছিল
76
59
করিয়েছিলাম।
একটা করিয়েছিলেন।
দাঁড়াও আমি বার করে দেখছি, দাঁড়াও। এ দেখো, আমি আবার তোমাকে ট্যাগ করছি হোয়াটসঅ্যাপে, দেখে নাও। এসো।
আচ্ছা, এটা কপি করা হয়নি।
তাহলে তাহলে আমি ওটা ফেসবুকে দিয়েছি, তুমি ওটা লাভ রিয়াক্ট করেছো কিন্তু খাতায় তুমি তোলোনি। ঠিক আছে, 78টা করো তাড়াতাড়ি।
হ্যাঁ,
An equilateral triangle CDE is constructed on one side of CD of square ABC with the value of angle AB. এটা একদম একদম জিওমেট্রি, পিওর জিওমেট্রি। স্কোয়ার আর ইকুইল্যাটারাল ট্রায়াঙ্গেল জানতে হবে, আর কিছুই না। সব টুলস তোমার কাছে আছে, ইকুইল্যাটারাল ট্রায়াঙ্গেলের জানো, স্কোয়ারও জানো। ঠিক আছে, এটা ট্রাই করে জাস্ট 2 মিনিট, আমি স্ক্রিনটা এটা করে একটা অঙ্ক করে আসছি।
হুম হুম।
Okay, so P is 20% more than Q and 40% less than R. Q is value of Q. So Q is already given. So P is 20% more than this. So P is, it is 150. $180 and 40% less than R. So this is actually R minus 300. This was pretty straightforward.
এটাও অপশন মেথড দিয়ে ফার্স্টে করলে
এটা অপশন
হয়ে
মেথড দিয়ে
যাচ্ছে,
হবে, অপশন মেথড
কিন্তু
দিয়ে করলে এটা খুব ইজিলি হবে।
রিস্ক হয়ে যাবে। হ্যাঁ, কিন্তু রিস্ক হয়ে যাবে যদি ফার্স্ট অপশন না থাকে, রিস্ক হয়ে যাবে। এটা ফার্স্ট অপশন আছে বলে রিস্ক।
Right. 24টা try করো। Ishika, do it by butterfly method. I mean butterfly method means crisscross method, okay? Last
Sir,
time you
which
did
one?
number 24,
Okay.
because you have done this earlier with no, I have taught you butterfly method in this one only, right? You did it with X. So try out.
Sir, you taught me both the method.
Yeah, right. But try out with this crisscross method. নীলাদ্রি 24টা ট্রাই করো। এটা একটা স্পেসিফিক টেকনিক আছে যেটাকে বলা হচ্ছে অ্যালিগেশন টেকনিক, অ্যালিগেশন রুল দিয়ে এটা করা যায়। ওকে, এটা ট্রাই করো, তারপরে আমি বলছি।
ওকে, হ্যাঁ, ঠিক ঠিক।
স্যার এটা ফিগারটা কিরকম হবে? সেম বেসের উপর হবে তো?
দাঁড়া আমি আরেকটা পেন্ট করি। তুমি তো যাও সেই সকাল 8:30, এত লেট হয় ফিরতে?
আজকে লেট হয়ে গেছে বাড়ি ফিরতে, এমনি আসতেই 1 ঘন্টা লাগে, তারপর যে লেট হয়েছে বেরোতে।
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা। স্কোয়ার ABCD। ওকে, সিডিটা কোথায় হচ্ছে? এখানে হচ্ছে সিডি। ওকে, the value of angle AEB A। ওকে, ঠিক আছে, এটা একটা ক্লাস 9 লেভেলের সাম। এক্স্যাক্টলি সেম ফিগারটা বইতে দেওয়া থাকে। অ্যাঙ্গেল AEB, I need to find out this. Okay,
হুম
see.
হুম হুম
Okay, so this is 90 degree and this is 60 degree because equilateral triangle. This whole thing is 60 degree. Okay, this is 60 degree. It's 90 degree. দাঁড়াও, একটু আমি চিন্তা করছি। এটা এরকম কংগ্রুয়েন্সি কংগ্রুয়েন্সি বন্ধ হচ্ছে। আচ্ছা, হুম, C is the answer.
সেটা কি করে করবো?
তো আমি ভেবেছিলাম এটা ঝামেলা করবে, তারপর একটা জিনিস মাথা স্ট্রাইক করবে। দেখো, it is given ABCD is a square, right? And DEC is an equilateral triangle. Okay, equilateral triangle which is based on CD. Okay, now you see AD and CD both are equal. AD is equals to CD is equals to BC, all are equal because they are part of a square, right? AD, CD, BC, all of them are part of a square, so that means they are, all these three sides are equal. Now in this triangle, since since CDE is equilateral, okay, since CD is equilateral, therefore what, DE equals to CD is equals to CE. বুঝতে পেরেছো? Since CDE is equilateral, therefore DE is equals to CD is equals to EC, সবকটা সাইড ইকুয়াল। এবার দেখো CD এখানেও আছে, CD এখানেও আছে, রাইট? তার মানে কি দাঁড়াচ্ছে, যে DE যদি CD এর সাথে ইকুয়াল হয় আর CD যদি AD এর সাথে ইকুয়াল হয়, therefore DE is equals to AD. Yes or no? বুঝতে পেরেছো কিনা? বুঝতে পারোনি বলো।
যদি কমন ফ্যাক্টরটা আছে
হ্যাঁ,
বলে।
তাহলে AD আর DE যদি ইকুয়াল হয়ে যায়, তার মানে ট্রায়াঙ্গেল ADE becomes isosceles, তাই তো? If triangle ADE becomes isosceles, see I know this angle, এই অ্যাঙ্গেলটা কত, 90 প্লাস 60, তাই না? এটা 90, এটা 60, তাহলে 90 প্লাস 60 কত হচ্ছে, 150। আচ্ছা, isosceles triangle-এর একটা প্রপার্টি আছে, that is the base angles are equal, right? হ্যাঁ, তাহলে বেস অ্যাঙ্গেলস এখানে কি, বেস অ্যাঙ্গেল হচ্ছে এইটা আর এটা, তাহলে অ্যাঙ্গেল DAE is equals to angle DEA is equals to কত হচ্ছে, 180 minus 150 divided by 2। এই যে এই এক একটা হচ্ছে 180 minus 150 divided by 2, আর এইটা হচ্ছে 180 minus 150 divided by 2, তাই তো? সেটা ইকুয়ালস টু কত হচ্ছে, 15 ডিগ্রি।
বাই 2 করছেন কেন?
কারণ 180 minus 150 করলে আমি তো সাম অফ দিস টু অ্যাঙ্গেলস পাচ্ছি না, মানে এইটা ধরো একটা আইসোসেলেস ট্রায়াঙ্গেল, তাই তো? এইটা হচ্ছে 150 ডিগ্রি, এই দুটো অ্যাঙ্গেল ইকুয়াল, ধরো এক্স
আচ্ছা,
আর এক্স।
বোথ সাইডস আর
হ্যাঁ
ইকুয়াল।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ,
হ্যাঁ,
15 15। এই যে ট্রায়াঙ্গেলটা আছে, ট্রায়াঙ্গেল BCE, এদের জন্য সেম কেস, এটা 15 এটা 15, সেম জিনিস হচ্ছে এদের জন্য। তাহলে যদি আমি এই পিসটার 15 পাই আর এই টোটালটা যদি 60 হয়, তাহলে এটা কত হবে, 30, কারণ এই টোটালটা তো 60 বিকজ ইটস অ্যান ইকুইল্যাটারাল ট্রায়াঙ্গেল। So and each of these small pieces are 15 degree, so 60 minus 15 plus 15 is 30।
বুঝলাম না, এবার বলুন জায়গাটা।
এই যে পোর্শনটা, এই যে এটা আর এই যে এটা, ওকে, এইগুলো তো 15 ডিগ্রি, তাই না?
ভেতরটা 30 তো বলে,
এগুলো তো
30
15
কি করে?
ডিগ্রি, এই হলুদগুলো,
হ্যাঁ, ভেতরটা
আর
30 কি করে ধরছে?
টোটালটা 60 ডিগ্রি। তাহলে 60 থেকে এই দুটো অ্যাঙ্গেল অ্যাড করে মাইনাস করলে কত বেরোবে, এটা 30 ডিগ্রি হবে না এটা?
না না, আমি বলছি ওই 30 ডিগ্রিটা। আচ্ছা আচ্ছা আচ্ছা, বুঝেছি।
ওকে, বুঝতে পেরেছো? এটার একটা স্ক্রিনশট নিয়ে কপি করে নাও। এটা হচ্ছে পুরোটাই হচ্ছে ডায়াগ্রামের উপর। সো হোয়াট আর দ্য কনসেপ্টস ইনভলভড ওভার হিয়ার? কনসেপ্ট অফ স্কোয়ার, কনসেপ্ট অফ ইকুইল্যাটারাল ট্রায়াঙ্গেল, and concept of isosceles triangle. Which concept of isosceles triangle? That is the base angles are equal. Okay, done. এটা স্ক্রিনশট নিয়েছো? স্ক্রিনটা চেঞ্জ করবো ওই জন্য। ওকে, Niladri and Ishika, are you able to do?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Ishika will be able to do it. Niladri?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, what is the answer you got?
12%.
Okay, and how you did that?
So allegation method.
Okay, allegation method means what did you use?
So I took that 15,000, 8,000, and then
Huh?
the thing is that 8840 taking it in the middle because that is
Yes,
the
yes, right, right.
average thing, and then subtracting the
Correct,
greater one from like that.
correct, correct. So
Taking
you
the
have all
ratio and doing.
right, right, right. So you have already learned this method. So these sums are quite easy for you, right? So that means we definitely
Yeah,
have.
actually, I have. Yeah, I was solving these books which they're like used. I told you that, you know, so Arun Sharma and all this. So before starting the sums, these things are given at the beginning of the chapters. So I was
Right,
going through this and trying to solve.
right. So in that case, I can speed up. Okay, I don't have to do each and every sum. That is good actually. So you try out number 31 from this page which I have sent now. Try out number 31. Niladri. Niladri and Ishika both. So Ishika, your mom must be wondering what are you doing till so late.
No, sir, it's not like that.
হ্যাঁ হয়েছে সুপ্রতিম অঙ্কটা?
হ্যাঁ স্যার হয়ে গেছে।
যাচ্ছি। এইটটি থ্রি।
আচ্ছা ওই অঙ্কটাই দিয়েছে।
হুম, সেম জিনিস দেখো, এটা নিজের থেকে করো। সেম জিনিস, এখানে এক্স বলেছে, চোখ বন্ধ করে 15 ডিগ্রি।
হ্যাঁ সেটা বুঝতেই পারছি।
হ্যাঁ, এটা একটু
এটা
ক্যালকুলেট
টেন
করে বার করো।
15। এটা কি চেয়েছে কোন অ্যাঙ্গেলটা?
ভ্যালু অফ এক্স নিচেরটা জিজ্ঞেস করেছে। আগের অঙ্কটা একটু ডিফিকাল্ট ছিল, এটা এটা একদম মানে
ওটা
বেবি অঙ্ক।
চিত্রটা এটাতে ভ্যালুটা এবার ওখান থেকে বসিয়ে যাবে।
হুম,
চোখ বুঝে 15 ডিগ্রি করা যাবে এটা।
15 ডিগ্রি ডাইরেক্টলি আনসার।
হ্যাঁ
ওকে, 95 ট্রাই করো।
হ্যাঁ
মিডিয়ান মানে জানো তো?
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ যেখানে সবকটা ওখান থেকে সবকটা ভার্টেক্সের লেন্থ সেম হচ্ছে ট্রায়াঙ্গেলের উপর যেগুলো ড্র করা হচ্ছে।
বুঝলাম না। আর
মানে
বলো।
ওই সেন্টার পয়েন্ট থেকে যেদিকে লাইনটা ড্র করা হবে সার্কুলার ওই ট্রায়াঙ্গেলের ওপরে
হুম,
সবকটা লাইনের লেন্থ সেম হবে।
হ্যাঁ মানে a median is a line which starts from one vertex and bisects the opposite side.
অপোজিট সাইড।
ঠিক আছে, তার মানে if AD is the median, it starts from A and it bisects BD BC. Okay, so D is the midpoint of BC. ট্রাই করো, খুব ভালো অঙ্ক। and also remember that a median divides a triangle into two equal areas. ঠিক আছে, a
আচ্ছা।
median divides a triangle into two equal areas, এটা কিন্তু মাথায় রাখবে। সেটার কারণটা কি আমি তোমাকে বলে দেবো, এটা অঙ্কটা ট্রাই করো। সেটা রিজনটা কি যে why a median divides a triangle into two equal areas, এটা আমি বলবো। হ্যাঁ, so number 31 done, Nilaji.
Yes, sir.
Did you get the answer?
Yes, sir, I got 20.
That is correct. So what is the approach you follow?
Sir, it's a proportional method, sir. So price and quantity are both inversely proportional. In
Exactly,
that case,
exactly,
when the
exactly.
expenditure is kept at
Right, right.
constant,
Exactly. I got it. I got it. Excellent. Okay. Ishika, were you able to do number 31?
Yes, sir. I did with that method only,
Okay. Okay. Fine.
which you did last week.
Yes. So now we will move to growth and depreciation. So Nilaji, do you have experience about growth and depreciation?
not so much, sir.
Okay. Ishika, can you please do me a favor? I have given you a note. You remember that four scenarios?
Yes, sir. I
Yeah.
do.
Can you please take a picture and can you please send it in the group? Because I don't want to again write down the same thing. Rather, I will explain Niladji from that note itself, and then Niladji can copy it
Sure, sir.
later. Yeah. So Niladji, for growth and depreciation, there are four scenarios. Okay, for
Okay.
which I have given a note to Ishika, so that Ishika is going to take a photo and share it in the group. Okay, I will explain
Okay,
it
sir.
from there. You can copy it later,
Okay.
because unless again I will make you write the same thing, it will take time to copy, to write it down. Rather than you can understand, you can copy it after the class. So it
Okay.
will save a
Okay.
lot of time.
So sent.
Okay, sure. Thank you. Okay, Niladji, so see, please open that note.
Yes, sir. Sir.
You see, there are two formulas that I've given. Okay, one for growth and for depreciation. Okay, for for growth, the formula is A is equals to P into 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power n, where P is the principal, which is always the present value, R is the rate at which the present value is increasing, and n is the number of years. Okay, depreciation is A is equals to P into 1 minus R by 100 whole to the power n. P is the present value, R is the rate of interest, and n is the number of years. Alright, now there are four scenarios, two for growth and two for depreciation. Now if I take the first one, you see scenario number 1, the present population of a town is say X percent. Okay, and the population is increasing at R percent per annum. Okay, and R percent per annum. What is going to be the population after n years? Now always remember, in the concept of growth and depreciation, you never see back, you always see forward. Okay, so your present price is present population is given, and you are asked to find out what is the future population, that means after n years. So the future population is always your a, and we have denoted that with y. So first of all, you have to identify whether it's a growth sum or a depreciation sum. It is a growth sum. When it is a growth sum, you have to use the formula a is equals to p into 1 plus r by 100 whole to the power n, right? Now the future value is always your a. So what is the future value? Y over here. So put y in place of a. What is the present population? The present population is always x. So put x in place of p, and the rest is same. You understood scenario number 1?
So can you just say the last part?
Okay.
I missed it.
Yes. So first thing is that see whether the percentage is increasing or decreasing. Okay, I mean whether the whether it is given that increases at a rate or decreases at a rate. These are the keywords. If it is increases at a rate, then it is growth, and you always have to see the future. Okay, that means what? Your present population is given x. You have been asked to find out what is the population after n years. So the future population is y. There is growth, that means increases. So which formula you have to apply? A into a is equals to p into 1 plus r by 100 whole to the power n. A is always the future value. So in this case, what is the future value? Y. So we'll put y. P is always the present value. So what is the present value? Present value is x, and then 1 plus r by 100 whole to the power n. Did you get it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So
Now again, in the second scenario, you see present population is given as x. Okay, it is given increases, so that means growth. Okay, present population is given x, increases means growth. Now it is given that what was the population n years back. Now as I told you, so this is your present, which is x, and you have been asked to find out what was the population n years back. Now as I told you that you cannot see back, you cannot see backward, rather you have to go backward. You have to go n years back, and you have to stand here. So you are standing at y, and you are seeing the future, which is n years later, and your future is x. You have growth, so you have to use growth formula. Now what will be a? Tell me what will be a? A is always the future value. What is the future value over here? X. What is the present value over here? Y. 1 plus r by 100 whole to the power. Did you get it?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. So depending upon the scenario, we have to assume whether it is a present
Yes.
or
Yes. Yes.
like let us see.
You cannot see back. Okay. Now based on these two scenarios, try out question number 34. After this I will explain you depreciation. Try out question number 34. হ্যাঁ সুপ্রতিম হয়েছে সামটা?
না স্যার।
Okay. E is point on median AD, ঠিক আছে, of triangle ABC. If area of triangle ABE, okay, is 10 centimeter square, find then the area of triangle ACE কত? Cool, I got it. দেখো আমি যেটা বলছিলাম যে median divides a triangle into two equal areas. Why? Let me take any triangle.
বাইসেক্ট করে বলে।
হ্যাঁ, তো ওটা কেন? জাস্ট বেসটাকে একটা সাইডকে বাইসেক্ট করলে কি ইকুয়াল এরিয়াতে ভেঙে দিল? Okay. This is the height, right? Now what is area? So area of triangle ADC কত হবে? Half into base into height, that is half into base into height, ঠিক আছে? What is the area of triangle ABD? Half into base into height, দুটোরই height তো সেম, দুটো ট্রায়াঙ্গেলের তো height সেম, that is AE, right? Yes or no? বুঝতে পেরেছো এটা কি করলাম?
AD equals ADC.
হ্যাঁ, and triangle
Half of
ADC
DC into A.
half into এইটা হচ্ছে base into height, AE height,
আচ্ছা।
area of triangle ABD, that is half into BD into আবার তো এইটাই তো height, আচ্ছা DC is equals to BD তো, because AD is the median, right? AD is the median, so it breaks BC into two equal parts, so that means BD is equals to DC. P, which is nothing but area of ADC. এটা বুঝতে পারলে কেন মিডিয়ান দুটো পার্টে ভেঙে দেয়? Okay, so E is a point on median AD of triangle ABC. If area of triangle ABE is 10 cm, then area of triangle ACE. So দেখো, since AD is a median in triangle ABC, therefore AD is also a median in triangle BEC. Okay, therefore area of triangle ABD, area of triangle ADC, and what is ABD? Area of triangle ABE, triangle BED, area of okay, ABE is 10, আচ্ছা, এবার এরিয়া অফ ট্রায়াঙ্গেল এবিডি, এবার দেখো এটা এত ফালতু লিখবো না, এই যেটা করলাম বিইডি আর ইডিসি both of them are equal, তাই they will cancel out. What is left out is area of triangle ABE, which is 10. ওকে, এটা বুঝতে পারলে কি হলো ঘটনাটা? দেখো এই ট্রায়াঙ্গেলটার মধ্যে এডি যেরকম এবিসির মিডিয়ান, ইডি তো আবার বিইসির মিডিয়ান, রাইট? এডি যেরকম এবিসির মিডিয়ান, ইডি তো বিইসির মিডিয়ান। সো ইডি is breaking BEC into two equal areas, that is BED and EDC. তাই জন্য BED আর EDC both of them gets cancelled out on both the sides, and what is left with is area of triangle ABE is equals to area of triangle AEC. So area of triangle AEC is 10. বুঝতে পারলে? খুবই সিম্পল অঙ্কটা। আর median divides the triangle in two equal areas, এইটা দিয়ে হয়ে গেল গল্প। দেখো বলো বুঝতে পেরেছো কি পারোনি?
হ্যাঁ স্যার, একবার একটু বুঝিয়ে দিন না।
হ্যাঁ, সেটা বলবে তো, লজ্জা পাচ্ছ কেন?
কারণ আমি দেখছিলাম কিন্তু বুঝতে পারি।
Okay, see AD is the median of triangle BEC, right? That means what? BD is equals to DC, yes or no?
হুম হুম হুম
এবার এই দেখো এই BEC ট্রায়াঙ্গেলে তাহলে ED is acting as a median as well, কারণ EDও তো BC কে ডিভাইড করছে into two equal parts, BD and DC.
হুম হুম
So EC is median for BEC. Now if AD is median for BEC, then area of triangle ABD is equals to area of triangle ADC, তাই না? এই যে এই পোর্শনটা, এই পোর্শনটা আর এই পোর্শনটা, এই দুটো পোর্শন ইকুয়াল তো,
হুম হুম হুম
হ্যাঁ?
হুম।
এবার যেহেতু ইডি আবার
হ্যাঁ
বিইসির মিডিয়ান, তাই জন্য এইটা আর এইটা ইকুয়াল। বুঝতে পেরেছো? হ্যাঁ, বুঝতে পেরেছো কি পারোনি?
অরেঞ্জ দিয়ে যেটা করলেন
হ্যাঁ,
সেটারও তো অ্যাঙ্গেল সেমই হবে।
অ্যাঙ্গেল কেন, এরিয়াটা ইকুয়াল।
এই এরিয়াটা ইকুয়াল, হ্যাঁ।
এরিয়া অফ ট্রায়াঙ্গেল বিইডি ইজ ইকুয়ালস টু ডিসি, ঠিক আছে?
হুম হুম
এবার
হুম হুম
দেখো এই যে এরিয়া অফ ট্রায়াঙ্গেল এবিডি, এটা হচ্ছে পুরো জিনিসটাকে এনক্লোজ করছে, এবিই প্লাস বিইডি, আর এডিসিটা পুরো জিনিসটাকে এনক্লোজ করছে, এইসি অ্যান্ড ইডিসি, তাই তো? এবার এখানটায় ফিরে এসো, area of triangle ABD is equal to area of triangle ADC. So what is ABD? ABD is ABE plus BD. And what is ADC? ADC is AEC and EDC. So on both the sides, এবার এই যে দুটো ইকুয়াল যে করেছে কমলা পোর্শন গুলো, এই যে কমলা পোর্শন গুলো, এই দুটো কেটে গেল দু সাইড থেকে, ঠিক আছে?
হ্যাঁ।
বুঝতে পেরেছো কেন কাটলো? মানে এটা ঠিক এরকম যে 5 ইজ ইকালস টু 5, 5 কে আমি লিখছি 3 প্লাস 2, আর এখানে 5 কে লিখছি 3 প্লাস 2, তাহলে 2 2 দু সাইড থেকে কেটে গেল। ঠিক আছে, তো এখানে এরিয়া বিডি আর ডিসি দু সাইড থেকে কেটে গেল, তাহলে বাকি কি রয়ে গেল, এরিয়া অফ এইসি ইকুয়ালস টু এরিয়া অফ এবি। এবি এর এরিয়া অলরেডি দিয়ে দিয়েছে 10, তাহলে এরিয়া অফ এইসি কি হচ্ছে 10।
আমি তো দেখিনি।
বুঝতে পেরেছো?
না, একবার দেখিনি অঙ্কটা।
এটা স্ক্রিনশট নিয়ে নেবে, একটু বোঝার চেষ্টা
ঠিক আছে।
করো। আমি একটা অঙ্ক করে দেখে নিয়ে দেখি। করেছো?
না না দাঁড়ান তো।
Okay, Niladri, so you are able to do number 34?
Sir, one thing is that that cube part, is there any shortcut how to solve it fast?
Okay.
Because the approach is fine, because I know the approach how to
The
do it,
present population is
understanding, but
this,
solving
whatever
that,
3 years ago. So that means 370440 is your amount, right? And
yeah,
what you have is
yeah,
P into 1 minus 1 plus 5 by 100. So that is 21 by 20, right?
1 plus 5, right?
21 by
Yes,
20.
21 by 20 whole cube.
Whole
Yeah.
cube. Yes, that is correct. Shortcut. See, there is a shortcut for squaring numbers ending with 5. Okay. I mean multiple of
Mm,
5. So I will teach you that.
yeah.
Okay. But 21 cube, things like 21 cube, I think that is going to give you 9261, right? How much do you get? Now 21 cube is 9261, 20 cube is 8000. Let me just check.
8,000, yes.
So see, these are 21 cube, 20 cube, these are 11 cube. Okay, these are some of the very popular cubes that you will get in growth and depreciation. Growth,
Okay.
depreciation, and compound interest. Okay, so shortcut maybe it is there,
Okay.
but in my case, I mean, while doing it, I just got memorized. So 21 cube, you can remember these popular cubes. You know there is something called as percentage table.
Okay.
Okay, percentage
No, I
table
don't.
means, okay. So percentage table, it is not very important. Percentage table means that say 1/3 is equals to 10.33%. Sorry, 1/3 is 33.33%. 1/6 is some percentage. So percentage table just converts fraction into its equivalent percentage, and that you have to learn. Now similarly, these are some of the popular cubes that if you remember, your calculation will become very easy. 21 cube is 92,9261, 20 cube is 8000. Okay, that is the point. I mean, there are shortcuts. I will teach you one shortcut today. Three shortcuts I will teach you, all three of you. Okay. So have you done this sum? What the answer for this? Have you got the answer, Ishika?
Sir,
What is the answer you got?
it's 3,20,000.
Okay. Niladri?
I was also calculating that like that only. So I was stuck in the middle to do that big calculation 3704. So like that.
Hmm. Yeah, see, this some calculations will be intensive, but it will be less in number, but uh, certain cases
Yeah.
we cannot help you. Yeah, just quickly
Mm-hmm.
calculate, then I will tell you some more parts. Supratim, এটা হয়েছে? In the meantime, Ishika, you can try out number 35.
Okay, sir.
You have already done it earlier, just for revision. সুপ্রতিম, এটা বুঝতে পেরেছো? হ্যালো সুপ্রতিম? ওকে নীলাজ, তাড়াতাড়ি করে আমাকে বলো, আমি পরের দুটো সিনারিও বোঝাবো।
Three lakh 20,000.
Fine. Okay. Now, the other two scenarios. Okay. Just write down the scenarios for today. Oh, you have already written. Supratim, can you hear me? I don't know. Okay. So you see the next two scenarios. That is the depreciation scenarios. Okay. So in that scenario, again, as I told you, you cannot go back. You cannot see backward. You have to always see the future. Okay. So it will be given depreciates. This word will be there. Depreciates means, of course, depreciation. Okay. Depreciation. Then say present price. Present price is X. Now the price decreases at a rate R% per annum. What is the price n years later? Okay, what is the price n years later? So as I told you, that future, you will always see the future. So what will be the formula? A is equals to P into 1 minus R by 100 whole to the power n, right? So n years later means what? What will be taken as amount? As I told you, that amount is always the future value and P is always the present value. So what will be A over here? Here A will be Y. What is the present value over here? X. So 1 minus R by 100 whole to the power n. Did you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now present price is given as X. Decreases at a rate R% per annum. Now what is the, now question is that X is the present price. What was the price n years ago? So that means this becomes my Y. Again, A is equals to P into 1 minus R by 100 whole to the power n. Tell me what will be A over here?
Yes.
Niraj, X, right?
X, sir. Yes.
Yes, and P will be Y in this case. 1 minus
P
R
will
by,
be Y. Yeah.
yes, to the power n. Fine, that's correct. So based on this, we will do sums next day. So I will teach you a couple of shortcuts today. So one is square of multiples of 5. Do you know that? Know this? Square of multiples of 5.
It will always end in 5. That way I know, like.
Okay, okay. Say for example 65 square. So what will be the answer, Ishika? 65 square.
Sir, 5 multiple will be
Just tell me the
5
answer.
5s are 25.
Just tell me the answer directly.
4225.
Exactly. What will be 105 square?
11025.
Awesome. See, Ridati, so how it is done? This is applicable only for squares or multiples of 5, okay? Not with any other number. So last we have 5, so for that we will put a 25, okay? Now whatever you have in the first in the tens place, I mean except 5, whatever number you have, multiply that number with its next number. So 6 will be multiplied with 7 and that will give you 42. Understood?
Understood. Understood.
Okay. You see 105 square. What did I do? For this 5 we got 25,
5
and
is
for this,
25 and then tear into 11 is 1.
yes. Now square root of